students, welcome to the English class. In today's class, we will do one topic from the writing section. And the name of the topic is story writing. So students, this is a very interesting topic. Usually students or children love to listen to the stories, to read the stories. But today, we will learn how to write a story. Okay students, so let's begin. First, let me tell you the meaning of story. So students, a story is generally designed to entertain and or send a message across. So students, generally we write a story and we read the stories for our entertainment and to learn something new, to learn good moral values, okay, and to learn new things. As you have read in your books also many stories, and you have seen whenever you read any story and whenever you listen to any story, there is one moral given to you. Okay, so now second thing is, students, story is basically a narrating of real or imaginary events involving real or imaginary people. So story is generally of two types. It can be real story or it can be imaginary story. Imaginary means false story, means that story just for your entertainment. And there can be some real stories also. So a story need to be represented in words necessarily. So when we are writing any story, the very first thing, we must use a very good words which represent the story. For this, we should read more and more books. We should do reading, and so that we can improve our vocabulary. Okay students, so this is my suggestion for you all. If you want to write a story, if you want to become perfect in story writing, then you have to read more and more books, more and more stories at home. Clear? So today, now I am gonna tell you one story. Okay, now listen to me first. Okay, now look at the picture. This is a picture of a dog, and I'm gonna tell you one story of this dog. So there is a dog who was crossing a river. A dog found a bone. It chewed the bone for a long time, and it was crossing the river. Now it wanted to drink water. It went to a river. When the dog looked inside the river, it saw its own image. The dog thought there was another dog inside the river who had a bigger bone. When he saw the image, he thought that there is another dog in front of him. Okay, then what happens? In order to scare the other dog, the dog barked. Okay, the dog barked, and when the dog barked, what happens? Its bone, which it was carrying in his mouth, what happens? When it opened its mouth, the bone fell into the river. Okay, and what happened? The greedy dog lost his bone. So now, student, this is a story, a short story. Okay, now can you tell me what you have learned from this story? As I told you, every story gives us one message. So what we have learned from this story? Yes, we learned that we should never be greedy. Greedy means lalchi. Clear students? So this is one story, okay? And now I am telling you how you have to solve the story in your exam and how the question will come, okay? So in story writing, for you, the question will come like this in the form of fill in the blanks. As you can see, few words are given to you, okay, in the box. You have to fill these words in the blanks. Okay, so if you have read this story before, then it will become very easy for you. If you have not read, now in case if you don't know about the story, then in such cases what you can do, you have to read the story, or leave the blanks, or read the sentences at least 1 or 2 times and try to understand it yourselves. Clear, students? So like this you can solve the story. Okay, and one another tip I want to give you, when you are solving any story and you don't know about it, you can, as I told you, you can read it and try, you read it and you try to understand it yourself. Or what you can do, like if you are filling any word in the blank, for example, if you are filling water, okay, fill that word and put one tick mark on it, so that you will come to know how many words are left, and you have to choose from them. Okay, so now let's solve this story. A dash found a bone. Can you answer me? A dash found a bone. What is the answer here? Yes, a dog found a bone. It chewed the bone for a dash time. It chewed the bone for a dash time. Can you answer it? It chewed the bone for a dash time. Yes, long time. You have to look into the in the box and you have to answer it. Okay. It wanted to drink dash. Drink water. Yes. It went to a dash. Went to a water drink करने के लिए हम कहाँ जाएंगे? Where we go for drinking water? Yes, river. When the dog looked inside the river, it saw its own image. The dog thought there was another dog inside the river who had a bigger dash. Bigger what? Bone, bigger bone. Okay. In order to scare the dog dash. In order to scare the dog, what he does to scare the dog is the dog barked. Okay. But when it opened its mouth, the bone dashed into the river. What happens? Yes, fell into the river. The greedy dog dashed his bone. Yes, lost his bone. Okay, students. So like this, you have to read and you have to fill the correct word in the blank. Now look at the answers. Now I am reading this story once again. Listen to me carefully. A dog found a bone. It chewed the bone for a long time. It wanted to drink water. It went to a river. When the dog looked inside the river, it saw its own image. The dog thought that there was another dog inside the river who had a bigger bone. In order to scare the dog barked, but when it opened its mouth, the bone fell into the river. The greedy dog lost his bone. So students, like this you have to solve the stories. Okay, now in next class we will do one another story. Okay, till then do the practice of this. This story is given in your aspirations book on page number 14. You can do practice there. Okay, till then thank you so much. Meet you in next class.